Hitting the pause button on this testimony so we can bring in our guest analyst standing by. National trial attorney Michael Jaafar is with us. Michael Jaafar, good to see you. This is not the first medical witness we've seen on the stand. We've seen several at this point. But Dr. Joyce Gilbert, it's interesting what she's saying, especially in terms of the video. I had not noticed that about Fatima's arm, where she's saying because her arm is almost flopping back and forth that suggests a seizure. I want to know what you thought about that portion of the testimony and if anything else is standing out as different with what she's testifying to.
I think that was important because at the beginning of this trial, I was wondering how is the state going to prove that this man intended to kill his daughter, this defendant, this victim, right? How are they going to prove that? Because this was a melee. This was a complete mess. And now I can see why, if her arm went limp, then that gives them the fodder they need to get to that point. Because here's how it has to work. So he's charged with second-degree attempted murder, not first degree. So they don't have to prove premeditation. They just have to prove that he had an intent to kill her. And to do that, they have to show that he took a substantial step in that direction. Her arm going limp, in my opinion, gets them very close to the substantial step that he took. Because what other reason, I think this is what they'll say in their closing argument, what other reason did you have to put her in a chokehold and then stay there even while you were being punched in the face? You still kept her in the chokehold. The only reason that explains it is you intended to kill her, right? So that's why her arm going limp is a big deal. I did not notice it, but it goes right in line with the state's theory.
There's so much evidence in this case when it comes to video evidence, and I think it is going to have an impact on this jury. The state is going to be ending their case, we expect, tomorrow. Do you think they have proven their case beyond a reasonable doubt if we stopped right here with Joyce Gilbert?
It's a tough one. That's a tough one. I don't know. This is a coin flippy case, whether or not they've proven attempted second-degree murder. I think they've proven some criminal conduct. I don't know. It's coin flippy for me, Julia. This one's a tough one.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what the lesser included charges are going to be on this one and what the jury will have to work with in the deliberation room. Michael, stand by. Let's get to our break. When we come back, we have more testimony on the other side. Thanks for being with us. Let's bring in national trial attorney Michael Jaafar. Michael, we are listening to so much evidence that involves the father. I'd say 95% to 5% about the mother. And when our camera pans to this defense table where we've got two parents tried together, I keep wondering, why was this case not severed? Who do you think bore the responsibility of perhaps trying to get a separate trial here?
I think the responsibility bore on the defense attorney for the mother. I don't know why he didn't try to sever the case, because basically she's being colored with it. All the video evidence, all of it shows that he was the aggressor in the entire situation. And she was basically a cheerleader. Yes, after the fact, she did not, ask, is my daughter okay? She only defended her husband. But I think the responsibility was clearly on the shoulders of the defense attorney for the mother. They should have severed this case. I like the way you framed that question. I don't know why these cases were not severed. And as this testimony comes out and this evidence comes out, I mean, obviously, this is squarely on the shoulders of this incident is squarely on the shoulders of the father. They were traveling to Iraq. He was aggressive. He was chasing his daughter down. Yes, she left the house, but he overreacted. And so this is basically a trial against the father. And so I was disoriented the first day of the trial when I was watching it, because I saw his attorney come up and cross-examine a witness. And then I saw another attorney with white hair get up and cross-examine that same witness. And I looked it up and said, oh, wait. These trials are not severed. And so she has her own defense attorney who's cross-examining witnesses. It's very disorienting to see, and the responsibility was squarely on his shoulders. He should have severed the case.
Does that tell us anything about what her defense is going to be, when we know oftentimes if the parties are pointing the finger at each other, that's a reason for a severance?
You know what? That's a great question. I think that she was going to ride or die with her husband. That's what I think happened. I think she probably told her attorney, maybe, don't sever the case. I support my husband. I think that my daughter is a bad person. She ran away from home. That could be why they didn't sever the case. I think, that's kind of the way I see it. I think that's going to be her, not really her defense. I think that's just her ride or die nature and why she's a co-defendant with her husband.
And if they still take that position that the daughter was in the wrong, it'll be interesting if they take the stand. Michael Jaafar, thank you so much for your analysis. We have more ahead in this case. Stay with us. You're watching Court TV, your front row seat to justice.